Xabi Alonso is almost certain to return to Real Madrid as head coach. Though not officially appointed yet, he already faces a host of challenges, building a tactical system, strengthening the squad, and asserting control over the locker room. Being the manager of Real Madrid is never easy, especially now, with the team in transition and several players set to be offloaded. If you find this content engaging, insightful, and informative, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, because there's plenty more exciting news ahead. Alonso won't be stepping into a ready-made successful team, he's coming to rebuild the entire structure, bringing with him the philosophy he applied at Bayer Leverkusen. He's expected to ditch the familiar 4-3-3 formation in favor of a 3 centre-back system like 3-4-2-1 or 3-2-2-3. The goal is to control the width, increase pressing intensity, and remain fluid between attack and defense. While there's no concrete source confirming this, Alonso is known for his tactical flexibility. Still, based on recent transfer targets, and to be blunt, with a new coach in town, it's likely he'll stick to the setup he knows best. If not 3-4-3, then what else? However, implementing that system at the Bernabéu won't be simple. Let's talk about Real Madrid's current problems. First off, their defense lacks centre-backs who are both quick and good on the ball, essential traits for a three-man backline. The wing positions are also a concern, as few players meet the high physical, pace, and tactical demands required to play as wingbacks. In midfield, the departure of club legends means Alonso needs players who can control space and press aggressively, vital elements in his high-intensity system. The problem is, Real Madrid isn't prepared to spend heavily in the 2025-26 season. While there's still a budget, the days of lavish spending are over. Alonso will have to buy less, but more precisely. At least 3 to 4 key positions must be reinforced to fit the new system, particularly in tactical roles, covering centre-backs, tireless wingbacks, and midfielders who can link the lines. With limited funds and a system overhaul required, Alonso faces his first big test at the Bernabéu, building a new house on old foundations, without many bricks to work with. Real heads into the 2025-26 summer transfer window with a paradox, a thin squad and a tight budget. Despite signing Kylian Mbappé on a free earlier this season, Real Madrid was surprisingly frugal throughout the 2024-25 campaign, quite the departure from the Galacticos image. Insiders report that their summer budget is just around €90 million, a modest sum for a club looking to undergo a major rebuild under new management. And there are gaps everywhere. Centre-back is a critical issue. Militao and Alaba are injury-prone, Nacho left earlier in the season, and Rudiger is showing signs of decline. His physicality is no longer enough to compensate for his defensive lapses. In midfield, Toni Kroos has retired. It took an entire season for Madrid to truly feel his absence, and how much harder the game became without him. Luka Modric is unlikely to have his contract renewed, leaving a huge void in experience and game tempo. The wings also need urgent reinforcement if Alonso goes with a 3CB formation, a setup requiring wingbacks who are both tireless and technically adept. Even with Mbappé, Vinicius, and Bellingham, the team still lacks a true striker for more direct attacking options. This means Real must be smarter in the transfer market, no more €100 million gambles on high-risk signings. The new strategy: targeting young, high-potential, and reasonably priced players like Dean Huijsen or Alejandro Grimaldo, or capitalizing on free transfers like Trent Alexander-Arnold. A frugal Real Madrid may seem unfamiliar, but it's a survival tactic, one that ensures squad upgrades without compromising the club's long-standing financial discipline. The first likely signing is Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Liverpool right-back's contract expires on June 30, 2025, and he's reportedly chosen Real Madrid as his next destination. The club hopes to bring him in early to feature in the FIFA Club World Cup in mid-June. To do that, Real must reach an agreement with Liverpool for an early transfer. Sources say Madrid has proposed a fee of around £850,000 to release Alexander-Arnold early. However, Liverpool is reportedly unhappy with that figure and is demanding closer to £1. €5 million in compensation. So far, Madrid hasn't made an official offer, although they've contacted Liverpool to explore the possibility. Liverpool may have little incentive to let him go early without fair compensation, especially since they'll be paying his salary until the contract expires. Additionally, allowing Alexander-Arnold to play in the Club World Cup for Real could give a rival a competitive edge in the upcoming season. Still, Madrid might be willing to meet Liverpool's demands to ensure he joins in time. Wrapping up the deal early would also help Alexander-Arnold settle in and prepare for the new campaign under Alonso's guidance. Next up is Dean Huijsen. Not exactly a blockbuster name, but strategically and structurally, he could be the foundation of Alonso's Real Madrid era. At 20, standing nearly 1.95 m tall, 2-footed, and possessing rare ball-playing and playmaking skills for a young centre-back, Huijsen is a perfect fit for Alonso's fluid 3CB system. Notably, Real didn't go for a big-name defender. Instead of chasing 80 to 100 million euros options, they've targeted Huijsen, whose release clause is just £50 million. It's a reasonable, well-balanced deal aligned with the club's financially responsible summer strategy while still meeting tactical and developmental needs. Even better, the transfer fee can be paid in 3 installments, giving Madrid more flexibility to allocate funds to other areas. Real currently leads the race for his signature ahead of Chelsea and Arsenal. More importantly, Huijsen and his representatives have authorized a legal firm in Spain to negotiate exclusively with Madrid. That's not just a sign of goodwill, it's a clear indication that the player wants to move to the Bernabéu. In a transfer window where speed matters, Huijsen already opening the door is a major advantage. From a tactical standpoint, Alonso needs a centre-back like Huijsen not only to start immediately but to build for the long term. Madrid has no real backup for the Militao-Rudiger pairing, both of whom have fitness issues. If Alonso fully switches to a back three, for centre-backs are the bare minimum, excluding rotation, suspensions, and injuries. Another likely target is Alejandro Grimaldo. This move would all but confirm Madrid's shift to a 3CB system, as Grimaldo thrives as a wing-back, not a traditional left-back. He's among the top transfer targets for Alonso's Real Madrid, although he was developed at Barcelona's La Masia Academy. Grimaldo has shone at Bayer Leverkusen under Alonso's management. In the 2024-25 Bundesliga season, he made 31 appearances, scored twice, and provided 7 assists. Across all competitions, he's played 64 matches for Leverkusen, recording 12 goals, 20 assists, 21 clean sheets, and 34 shot blocks. Grimaldo's strengths lie in both attack and defense, perfect for a wing-back role in Alonso's preferred 3-4-2-1 system. His tactical intelligence and adaptability make him a key component in transitioning Real to a new style of play, though under contract with Leverkusen until 2027. Real Madrid is exploring a reasonably priced transfer. His familiarity with Alonso's tactics and quick adaptation could make him an ideal addition on the left flank. In summary, these are the 3 most likely early signings under Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid: a near lock-in Trent Alexander-Arnold, the strategic centerpiece Dean Huijsen, and the tactically familiar Alejandro Grimaldo, all players who fit Alonso's blueprint. These aren't flashy names, but they're essential building blocks for a new-look Real Madrid. Beyond these 3 deals, however, things remain unclear, especially in central midfield or for a backup striker. So far, there's been no solid movement or credible rumors in those areas. Partly because Alonso has just arrived and hasn't fully assessed secondary needs. But also, let's be honest, because of finances. Even though Mbappé arrived on a free transfer, his salary significantly impacts the wage budget. With just €90 million to cover 3 to 4 key roles, there's little room left for luxury or risky signings. In other words, Alonso's early phase will be about laying the foundation, not building the tower. Any superstars or blockbuster signings in midfield or attack, if they come at all, may have to wait until after the Club World Cup, or even into 2026 before becoming realistic options.